It may not seem likely, but if you spend any length of time outdoors in the wonderful environment, you should be familiar with wild animals. That's just a common sense safety concern, right? The problem is that far too many humans are unaware of how animals behave in the wild and what to do when they observe unusual behavior. As more people flock to hiking trails, national parks, and picturesque locations, which is great, our chances of encountering nature's most unpredictable species increase. So consider this list to be a thorough and hopefully useful exploration of what to do if you encounter various types of animals in the wild. Some of these information will hopefully never be useful to you because you are never in a scenario where you need them. However, if you encounter a wild species on a hiking route or went on a safari of a lifetime, it is preferable to have the information in your head and ready than to be floundering and flailing about with your life in danger. Brown/grizzly bears. Brown bears and grizzly bears are extremely powerful animals. They are misidentified as the same animal, both labeled Ursus arctos. However, grizzlies are a subspecies of brown bear called Ursus arctos horribilis. The distinction is purely regional. Bears on the coasts are known as brown bears, while those further inland are known as grizzly bears. Whatever you call them, when they encounter humans, they frequently engage in what is known as a bluff charge, in which they run towards the person but do not attack. That is usually accompanied by huffing and even jaw-dropping noises. These movements and sounds are intended to scare you, and they should. They are fearsome, and brown bears are huge. They employ these movements to alert individuals around them that they may strike at any time. When it happens, it's wise to back off. Really, you should have done it before all of this, but if you are in a poor situation, now is the time to leave. However, the departure is not as simple as it may appear. For starters, you should never turn your back on the bear and run. Bears, like dogs and many other animals, will pursue things that flee from them. Instead, step away gently and sideways. Moving sideways is considered the least dangerous sort of movement for a brown bear, and it is the most likely route to get out of there unscathed. Brown bears should never be provoked. In fact, if you are attacked by a brown or grizzly bear, you should not fight back. Your best chance of survival is to simply play dead and hope the bear loses interest. If you can get to the ground before the assault, wildlife experts advise people to lie down on their stomachs and do everything they can to avoid the brown/grizzly bear lifting them up or flipping them over. Playing dead can help you convince the bear you're not a target, allowing it to leave you alone. Black bears. Black bears should be treated slightly differently than brown/grizzly bears. For example, black bears are often smaller than brown bears. Black bears are frequently more shy and fearful. As a result, they must be observed and treated differently when spotted in the wild. When scared, black bears frequently climb trees. This could signify one of two things. They are seeking safety or are attempting to protect their food supplies from a perceived threat, you. In that circumstances, it is advisable to let the black bear ascend the tree as it will. This will help calm it down, allowing you to back away slowly and carefully to avoid danger. Black bears rarely attack humans, but if they do, there is one important distinction between what you should do with brown/grizzly bears. Unlike large brown animals, you should not pretend dead if a black bear strikes. With black bears, you should initially try to flee to a safe location, such as inside a car or a nearby building. If that is not possible, you should fight back with all of your strength. Use sticks, stones, or any available object to focus your strikes, kicks, and blows on the black bear's muzzle. Hopefully, this will stun and slash or harm it enough to make it afraid of you again and flee away. As previously said, black bears are typically more hesitant than brown or grizzly bears. Thus, in the extremely unlikely event that a black bear assaults you, fighting back can instill enough terror in them to cause them to flee as quickly as they found you. Vultures. Vultures are enormous birds with wingspans that are even larger than you would expect given their size. And when they sit on the tops of trees or on rocks under the sun in the middle of the day, they are quite breathtaking. Not only are their heads, necks, and beaks incredibly memorable and a little bit disturbing, if we're being honest, but they also do something else during their perch that grabs attention: sunbathe. When it's sunny outside, many vultures will seek refuge on a clear, unshaded rock, burrow down for a moment, and expand their wings as much as they can. Taking on their full wingspan, they loom over the world beneath them. And that can be a terrifying sight. But don't worry, bird lovers. These vultures are not expanding their wings to swoop down and attack. Instead, they're sunbathing. This happens for a variety of reasons. For example, if it's been raining outside, vultures will choose to sunbathe in order to dry their wings so they can fly again. They also use it to regulate their body temperature and warm up their core organs when they sense the need. Even more strangely, they frequently opt to sunbathe in order to rid themselves of parasites. Small, invisible parasites can develop and fester in a vulture's feathers and skin creases. By letting it all hang out literally, these vultures demonstrate that sunshine is the finest disinfectant for killing undesired pests and vermin. As witnesses, all we can do is watch in awe.